What is up, friends and fellow esports advocates? PK Graph back again. This is lesson 2 of the How to Discord series. And in this lesson, we're going to quickly go over the content from lesson 1, and then we're going to dive right into setting up our Discord server. And the goal for this lesson is to first add a little bit of custom features to our Discord, and then our Discord server. And then second, we are going to be adding some functionality to the Me6 bot. Specifically, we're going to add a bad words list. Yes, we're going to have to talk about bad words. We'll get there when we get there. So first, let's recap. You should have gone to discord.com and already created your account, whether you have the downloaded Windows desktop version or you're using an in-browser version of Discord. You should be ready to rock and roll there. We went over the 4 key features for a super safe account. This is all really important stuff, and you need to make sure that both you and your students are going through these steps. We went to carl.gg and we added Carlbot, our friendly little turtle here, to our server. And we did the same thing with Me6. Me6 is MEE, the number 6.xyz, and that will add them to your server. New for this lesson, here you will see that I am on the lovely canva.com. Task number 1 for lesson 2, or for How to Discord part 2, is actually to create a custom design for your server icon. Now, if you have Canva Pro, it makes it a little bit easier. If you do not, follow along as best you can. Now, you do not have to use Canva. You can use the Adobe Illustrator, you can use GIMP, you can use Inkscape, anything, any place, any tool, Paint, to make a custom icon. It is really important to have a Discord server icon that helps differentiate your server from all of the others in your gamers tree of Discord servers. So let's create a design. And I'm going to go down here and I'm actually going to do a custom size. It is recommended by Discord that it be 512 by 512, and it cannot exceed 8 megabytes. Okay, so let's create a new design. And I'm simply going to go to elements and I'm going to type in video game. We're going to do this pretty quickly here. We're not going to get too technical into this. I would like to use, maybe we'll do this headset icon that we see a whole lot, and just make it big, fit the screen, be like, oh, these aren't my school colors, but these are. Let's go a little darker and then change this one to the dark red. All right, cool. So there's my school colors. And then I'm just going to add some text in here, make it a heading, and we'll just call this Chemist not really a good name, but we'll go for it because that's what it was already called. Grab a font that maybe looks a little better. I don't know. That one doesn't. I forgot which one I was going to use. Usually defaults. We'll use Arcade Gamer. Doesn't look very good, but we'll go for it. Okay. Change the color really quick. All right, great. Let's say that's what I want to use. I will go ahead and click download. And if you have the Pro version, you can download with a transparent background. Depending on what your server icon looks like, you may or may not want to do that. I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to go ahead and download that. There we go. I've got it downloaded. Let's go back go up here to your server name just above the list of channels, click the down arrow, server settings, and then there is the icon. So let's click change. Here's the download. Boom. Most important part, make sure that you come down here and click save changes. Save changes and escape. Boom. All right, there we go. So now I have this white icon here, and it's you can't really read the Chemist server thing, but it still gets the point across. So cool. That is task 1 complete. Now we can move on to task number 2. And in task 2, we have to talk about bad words. Now, we're not going to actually use bad words in this video because it is a Scholastic video, but as a coach, this is something that you will have to, I'm going to go to Me6 here. So I'm on Me6. This is something that you're going to have to address with your gamers and your teams. And for me, the best way to address it, or what I have used or done in the past, is I have a parent gamer night, and it's before the season starts. It's right at the beginning of the school year, and we have a conversation about what is said and conversations that are had in places like a locker room. And we don't talk, I spell it out very plainly. We are not going to say the words, but most of us know what is said, right? Like, we don't need to repeat it. Now, a Discord server is not a locker room. It is not a locker room. This is somewhere where this text, this written speech has a very different impact. And so it's very important that you have that conversation with your team and with the parents. And so in my waiver, there's actually a section, my esports waiver, there's a section about foul language and what is appropriate and what is not appropriate. And it always boils down to, if you're not willing to say it in front of your parents or your principal, because some students may say some of this in front of their parents, I don't know. But if you're not willing to say it in front of your parents or guardians or your school principal, then it does not belong here. And so one thing that we do is that we work on making sure that our servers are safe places. And so Me6 can help us do that. And we need to go to server management, which I know it's so small. I don't know why it's so small. Let me zoom in a little bit. So on the left side here, it's the first section, dashboard, leaderboard, all that sort of stuff, monetize. And then there's server management. That is where you need to go, and you need to go down to moderator. And then yes, we want to enable this. So we have moderator roles, we have audit logging, ignored channels, and then auto moderator. So again, under moderation, had to enable it. And now that it's enabled, you can, again, under server management, under moderator, you can scroll down and you will see auto moderator. Okay. Here it is. This is what we want. Bad words. Currently, bad words is disabled. We have a few different options here. We can choose to delete the message. We can just delete the message. We can just warn the member, or we can delete the message and warn the member. If you're putting in a bad word, I highly recommend delete message and warn member. Let's go ahead and hit save. So now it's going to delete their message. It's going to post a little deletion notice in the server, so everybody sees that it was deleted. They don't know what it said. And then it's going to send a direct message, a DM, to Me6 is going to DM that user and say that word is a bad word. You're not allowed to use it in this server. Okay. So all we did was turn this on. How does Me6 know what a bad word is? Again, we're not going to use them here, but you click this little bar or toolbar right here. And these are the ignored channels. So these are channels that won't scrub this kind of language. Allowed roles that are allowed to use this kind of language don't need these because nobody's going to use this language. I'm not going to use bad words here, but I'm going to use words that are kind of funny. So flubber. Now I typed in the word. Make sure you hit enter so that it adds it to the list. This is the most common mistake or most common error when setting this up. Now, according to Me6, flubber is not allowed in my server. Another one is going to be shizzle, a very famous word from a very famous rap artist. And then what was the, I just forgot the other word that I have my students use. Flast, which is like, I don't even know if it's a real word, but we're just going to use it. Flast. So these are 3 words that are not allowed in the server. So let's click OK, and you have to click save. Save. Just to double check, let's go back here and you should see those words listed. Now you can imagine what words belong here. If you have any questions about that, please feel free to reach out. Definitely not something that we'll put in a recorded video, but something we can talk about. And now it's live. It's live. So let's go over here. Now, what I want you to notice is that because I am the admin, I can type in flubber and it doesn't do anything. But I am over here on my trusty iPad, and so I'm going to type in as this user. Don't autocorrect that, please. So I typed in flubber. Oh, I typed it in the wrong place. Sorry. Let's go here. So I just typed it in and you saw how quickly it scrubs it. Reason, bad word usage. Okay. And that is what the server side sees. And then I'm going to transition back here, and up here I just got a message on my alt account from Me6 saying not chemist. That word is not allowed here. And it lets me know what server that actually came from. Okay, so that is the quick and easy way to get Me6 to help you with moderating language in your Discord server. Again, there's a whole lot of words, both foul language, curse words, cuss words, racial slurs, socially insensitive language, even things as simple as getting tilted and other kind of toxic language. That all can be scrubbed out through Me6. There are other auto moderation tools that you can use, and we will look into. This is just the first step. So have fun, see what you can figure out. If you have any questions, please let us know. Happy to help with anybody who's trying to set these up. It is definitely not an easy endeavor, and if it's your first time operating in Discord, it can be very, very daunting. But feel free to reach out and again use those tools that are available to us. And until the next one, this is Coach Kraft saying, stay positive out there, gamers.